Welcome back.
You may select opponents of your choice.
Figured. I've been there before. Jean? Cereza? The little one? Tentacles? Why did it have to be tentacles?
This chapter doesn't prep us at all. They just throw us straight into the action. With more baddies. I guess Sean or whatever that person's name is that chick that we've been fighting throughout the game, periodically. I think we have one more fight with her, which will be very exciting. Time to take out the garbage, Bayonetta style. And that's what you get. And then Cereza, we'll find out more about her later. I'm sure it'll be very exciting. And not at all what I predicted. Well, you're the ones who wanted to bring the pain. Don't blame Bayonetta just because you lost. It's gotta be really strange being a mook enemy in a video game. They have no purpose but to interfere with the protagonist and generally get killed by the protagonist. Cannot be a good life. This video has the last stuff in this game that I really find a lot of fun. The game is going to ramp up in difficulty after this point. In this area, there are 4 of these that we have to smash. They'll open up a way. I guess this is the developer's attempt at giving you a puzzle, but it's not really a puzzle. Would have been nice if you had to break these in a certain order. I'm not sure why I'm looking for treasures at this point. I'm pretty sure I've already bought everything I'm going to buy from the shop, pretty much. I did buy one item, which, oddly enough, I was never able to use. At least I don't think I was. I probably needed to equip it. It was basically a revive. So whenever you die, you would be revived. So it's kind of like a 1-up. But I assume you have to equip it. I'm not sure how that works. I never figure out how to equip items or treasures in this game. I got turned around at this point after that fight. I couldn't remember which direction I came from. And this area looks so varied that it was just so easy to tell where I came from and where I was going. It's not a big deal. I don't know what you want to call it, stone thing that we need to break is back over there, but we got 4 of them to break and one of them's over here anyway, so I figured, well, whatever. I'll come deal with any enemies over here and then break this one, and then I'll go back and get the other one. At least the enemies are taken care of already. So we're good. But throughout this playthrough, I never figure out how to equip items or anything like that. I don't know how to use health items. I apparently don't have any health items, which got on my nerves during the final boss. Which I'll not waste too much time talking about yet until we get there. And Bayonetta smash! Oh yeah. Got some more baddies to deal with. So I assume I went through this game basically with no upgrades. Nearest I can tell anyways. Which is fine. And get out of my face. Enemies think we want to be dealing with their guff. I tell you what I'd rather be dealing with. Some fun valve turning action. Or crank turning, I'm not sure what it's called. In this case, I'm going to be cutting most of it. Because I do so well at these. I actually had a lot of trouble with this one for some reason, I'm not sure why. You're not missing anything. So I just got done saying last video, I'm kind of annoyed with moments like that, but oh, it was only the first one we had in the game, so not a big deal. Well, there was our second. I believe we have one more. And I believe that it'll be the video after next when we get that one. So look forward to that! I did not do any re-records for any of the stuff we're going to get the rest of the playthrough. You know what, guys? You keep showing up and I just keep killing you. I'm good with that. Especially during this chapter where the game is still fun. Although I gotta admit, it would sure suck if a boss showed up right now. I mean, if we lose any health to any of these pesky little enemies and then a boss would show up, we wouldn't have full health. I wouldn't want to be caught unprepared when facing one. So let's just be glad no bosses are showing up. Well, shit. Alright, Bayonetta, well, get to work. This thing has a few different phases. It reminds me of something we faced before. This phase, not so much. But this one. Yeah, we've seen this guy before. Or a variation. It is kind of interesting, the idea that a boss enemy they have multiples of, because it kind of makes sense if you have multiples of the Mook enemies. It would kind of make sense that you'd have multiples of whatever species the bosses are. This one isn't nearly as fun to fight as the other one, but it's relatively easy. I say as I get hit. Damn, you're making a liar out of me! I have a little bit of issue with this getting over there. You don't have enough time, it seems like, to get over there and smash his hand. Man, I can't understand you. Speak English. Speak American. At least we're pretty much done with the angel speak, from what I remember. Most of the important story stuff will be told in English. And I can't see my character, which is amazing, because we're behind the hand. Now we're in a really awkward camera angle. And I'm pretty sure if I slash at him there, I wouldn't do any damage. I could be wrong on that. Who knows? Well, dude, if you're gonna start a fight, you probably don't want to put your face right in striking distance of me. That's not gonna end well for you. I can promise you that. I like that this game incorporates bigger enemies into normal fights. You're just going through a level and then you get a bigger enemy that in some cases would be considered a boss, but in these games they're fairly common. Such heavenly music! Makes me want to be a better person, oh god! Well, you know, tentacles being what they are. They're annoying. Gotta be quick. Yeah, it took me a couple tries to get that. At least I didn't die. That's mainly why it took me a couple of attempts, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't die. I made short work of them. That thing spins around and you have to jump off of it at the right time to get into where you're going. We're gonna have another one of those in a second. It's different, I guess. I can't complain. This is a pretty fun chapter. And get ready. Looking for a platform. There it is. Yes, that took me a couple of attempts as well. Oh boy, these things. Hooray! These are easily my least favorite enemies in the game. Mainly because I don't know how to fight these things without taking fall damage. Now, there are platforms you can jump on if you can see them. And I fall each time I fight one of these things either. I'm just cutting that for continuity purposes. Jump, Bayonetta. At least they go down quickly. They will not go down! We landed on the ground, that's what happened. Sure glad that platform was there. Although why we had to cut back over to that, I have no idea. That's what I'm going with. And if you look, I was complaining about the contrast with these platforms and the background of the level. I believe it was last video. That's a much better contrast. Light platforms with a black background. It's far easier to see. If they're going to introduce that concept, that would have been a better way to do it. Damn you tentacles! What do you think this is, a Japanese anime? Or porn? Is there a difference? I guess technically there is. See, I don't know what all this crap I keep picking up is if it's not health items. I'm sure some of them are the equivalent of the green orbs in Devil May Cry that just heal you. And that's cool. Just a little salty that for the final boss, I don't think we get any of those. Maybe I just missed them all. But that would be complaining about something we're not going to get to for a while yet. I'm going to guess 4 videos, maybe 5, probably 4. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the editing, but I don't have to worry about that right now, because right now, I've got to kill enemies, which is much more fun. So, this game being a fun experience, I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to play the sequel, because I don't have a Switch. A friend of mine has it on the Wii U, but we're both visually impaired.
What happened to Mummy?
Well, you see, she just went to look for something, that's all. I can't believe that witch, placing a poor helpless child under her spell. If she did anything to this little girl's parents, I swear.
Mommy!
No need to cry. We'll get you to your mom in no time. I've got some candy if you want.
Mmm. What is this? It's yummy.
I don't know. It's candy. Strawberry, I think?
Hey, Kitty, I've got some yummies. Would you like some?
Is that cat your friend?
Yes, he is. His name is Cheshire. He's cute, isn't he?
Cheshire. What a stupid name. Well, so much for taking the highway. That just means we're gonna have to find something else. Now, all I have to figure out is what to do about you. So, Cerecita, that woman's really your mom?
Uh-huh. My mummy is strong, and she protects me from scary monsters.
Monsters? I don't think you know who the real monsters are. Huh?
Oh no, looks like they're in trouble. We're gonna have to go help them. Well, let's just not help them Kratos style, because that never works out. Fortunately, this being Bayonetta, not God of War, they don't have to worry about that issue. If this were God of War, well, they would probably be in trouble. It rarely worked out for anybody other than Kratos in those games, and hell, it even rarely worked out for Kratos. Well, this is a thing that happens again. I never said I was good at dodging these. To be fair, there were parts I did okay at that. Other parts, not so much. But that friend of mine that has a Wii U, who would probably loan it to me, we're both visually impaired, and with the C-virus being a thing, I don't really see how she would be able to loan it to me, so I don't know how I'll deal with playing the sequel. I do want to play it. Right, you remember me talking last video about issues I had with platforms disappearing, that big long windy platform at the start of last video? You can see that same issue here where some of these enemies just disappear. They're still there, but they essentially go invisible. I guess graphical glitches. I'm assuming it's just an issue with the PS3 version of this game, but I don't know that for sure. I have heard that the PS3 version has a lot more issues than the other ones. But this is the only version I have of the game, so it's the only one we have to play. I mean, I have a PS4. I could have bought the remaster and played it on there, but why bother? I already had this version. Granted, I did rebuy Darksiders 1 and 2. And then there's a giant snake that's going to come out there. I spend the entire time shooting it mostly, so I'm going to cut most of that fight. Just cut to the end of it. Just wasted time that nobody needs to deal with. That took a while. And none of y'all needed to see that. So this was kind of annoying. I couldn't really see where I need to go for this one. So we're going to walk on that water, which is fine. I can figure that part out. But there's a platform or something we got to jump to right there, and I can't see it. I'm just happy I landed on it.
I'm here. No need to worry about a thing.
Get them, Mommy, get them!
Mommy?
Can't you see? Mommy's fighting the bad monsters for us. Mister, if you don't open your eyes, you'll miss everything. Look at these.
Shit!
Oh, look, you realize Bayonetta's not so bad after all. Such character development! To be fair, that's more than we got in a lot of the Devil May Cry games. It's not much, but it's something, I guess. Now I take that back. I guess we did get development in those games. Just not very well told stories. They still need a game that takes place in between 2 and 5 explaining some stuff.
Cerecita, this is way too dangerous.
Well, Kitty, what do you think we should do? He's hurt you, has he? Well, we can't be having that now, can we?
Baby.
Oh, look, conveniently placed platforms. Otherwise, how would we fight this thing? This boss fight is okay. It's got a really cool aspect to it that we'll deal with in a little bit. But at times it can get kind of annoying. Especially with some of the QTEs. This first part's not bad. So is Luca Hispanic? I assume, given this game, he would probably be from something like Spain or one of those countries, so not like Mexico, but I assume that's all still Hispanic. And here it is. We do this a couple of times. This is really cool. As soon as I get her to moving. Damn. I'm gonna fail at that a lot. And succeed some. They're going to revisit this boss fight again later. Kind of like they did the one earlier this video. Smash you in the face! Or the brain, or wherever the hell we hit you. Visually impaired here, give me a break. I just know I hit the monster and he didn't like it. That is beautiful. And he will destroy these platforms, which is annoying. And if you fall into this, will not go into that good night. Then you have a quick time event to do. Which is fine, at least it's not an instant death or anything like that. And I do cut quite a few of these, just to save time. But if Luca is Hispanic, I wish they had given him a Hispanic accent. At least an accent native to wherever he's supposed to be from. I've had that issue with a lot of games, though. Say the Onimusha games, those characters are supposed to be Japanese. It would have been nice if they had Japanese accents. It's a nice touch that it would be nice if they implemented. Okay, look, monster. It was all fun and great at first, but it's time for you to die. This part is really cool. I love some of these shots that they do in this game. I do not know how to dodge those. I'm guessing you have to do witch time. That was lucky. Fortunately, that will not stop me from defeating you. That has to be uncomfortable, though. On his tentacles having the spinning blades? I mean, think if he accidentally dropped a chip on his tentacle and he went to reach over to grab it and accidentally cut himself. That would suck. Granted, he's an enormous git, so I don't really care if he hurts himself. We're going to take him down, but still. No! Had a lot of fun, you and I. But it's time for you to die. Damn it, I said it's time for you to die. How are you not getting this? That means when I hit you, you fall down. And you don't get back up. This is not complicated here. I am out of smack talk. Oh, damn! No! My chance to end it was stolen from me by a platform! I'm not a fan of falling platforms in boss fights. Definitely not my jam. This reminds me of a fight that they would steal in the Imitation DMC game. One of the few boss fights I got to in that game. I never really played much of it. I probably played about a third of that game. Damn it. Just for that, I hope you do cut yourself on your own spikes. Yeah, I guess you're supposed to use witch time to get by all these things. I want to use the Panther run because it looks cooler. Just take your lumps like a man. Or a demon, or whatever you are. Damn, he does not want to let it go. So abusive. What do you got against a Hispanic guy and a little girl? I assume he's the one that was attacking them. Well, there was those enemies that we killed earlier. That is unusual for this game that they would have you fight some normal enemies before fighting the boss. Usually boss stages just seem to be that. Just fight the boss and that's it. No! You will not have this day! Hey, I made it onto the platform. Sweet. Barely made that one. Look, guy, we've been through this before. I don't like you. This is probably my second favorite boss fight, actually. It's not bad. Okay. Now. Can we please end this? I do admire his willingness to try to vary things up, though. Having different kinds of blades on his arm. He doesn't want just all the same kind of blade. He likes to accessorize. And I respect that. Come on, take your lumps. Oh, shit. I died there one time and I have no idea how.
Still not enough, you say? You can go another round, can't you?
Lo solo col cosiscohas non si la pilar.
The Lumen Sage.
Ulso kalasa ua una pala ulprit agors iosan o David Kabar, Kadalanch, Mir Kaosag Ka, Bayonetta, Jubilees Ka, from
Now, where are my new best friends? I suppose one of them is an adult, so they should be okay.
Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time with more Bayonetta.